competition, which has started again. A couple of young ladies joining them as well in football, which is, again, fantastic.
Very good to see.
Yep. All of them got a little tacker in tow, and plenty of the old boys, old dogs, ready to cheer them on there today as first grade greyhounds take the field. Looking for the Denman Devils there now. Again, a great line up there. The ladies have all hung around from the tag, and 18s have certainly got that tunnel. If it's any half as game, Brad, as the first grade game, first grade as the 18s game, that was a good game of football. There was a couple of good hard hits in that 18s game.
Yeah, definitely. Plenty of good contact. Very, very fast pace. Too fast for me, Matty.
No, it's always been too fast for us, Bradley. We're built for comfort, not speed, mate, and have been for a lot of years.
Absolutely.
But that's okay. As we wait for the Denman Devils to take the field. Looking around, some big scores in the NRL last night, Brad. Some fields. There's obviously no mercy rule in a couple of those games.
Yeah, that Cowboys-Tiger game, that was very much a big turnaround from the last time they played them, wasn't it, Matt?
Oh, it's crazy, isn't it? And last night, the guys, Bengalla and Reg from Muswellbrook last night, they were trying to live stream the game through YouTube, but for some reason the YouTube wouldn't kick on for them, mate. But ended up getting it over the Facebook Live, and a lot of people tuned into that. And it was a bit of a hit, mate.
I think it's the way to go. It's going to be good as the season progresses, and even into next year, if they fine-tune it and get it going. I reckon it's fantastic for the group. And here comes Denman with Liam Foran leading them out.
Josh Miles.
Oh, Josh Miles even.
Josh Miles closely followed by Liam Foran. He's got a distinctive run in Liam. Again, the Devils are out there. Big Hunter Ball. Yep, that's him there. Just seeing as if our ledger is correct. I believe it is. 16 is taking the field in Nick Coombs. He may well be taking that field with in place of Max Shepperton, I'd suggest, out there in the centres. We did say Daniel James, but I think he's going to move to the wing in that number 5 position, and potentially young Nick Coombs will take up the centres. We'll just see where they land at the moment, Brad. We won't get ourselves too far ahead. See what happens, mate? No
need to get excited just yet. 80 minutes of football to go here, Matty.
Absolutely. 80 minutes of beer. Did I say beer? Commentary to go.
Bit of both.
Absolutely, yeah. Good shout out to our fearless leader there, Reggie. He's having a bit of time off today, mate. He's had the big game last night. We welcome back Chick Taylor back from a hiatus, we'll call it. Back on the camera again, and been around as long as anyone in football, and probably seen more football than most people can attest to in their life, I'd suggest. How are you, Chick? Going good? Always good, she says. Good to be back on the camera and back in the football. So the football will take the field there. Blake and Liam meet in the middle looking for the toss, but we'll see how that all pans out. So the Denman Devils certainly bringing the house down there with the team song, and a great win for them in the under-18s, 28-26. Just recapping there in the 18s, that's what it was, and ladies 32-12 in favour of the Greyhounds as we wait for the toss to go. As they do, Denman have run it. They'll right. Singleton will receive the football. They'll be on the paddock end, we'll call it. Denman running from the highway left to right as we look at it from the grandstand. They'll be the kicking off, and Singleton to receive for the first set, Brad. Yes, it'd be a good answer right now.
Yes, Matt, yes. Hopefully it's a good hard start.
Yeah, good on you.
Looking like Les Carr might have moved into front row there by the looks of it, Matty.
Look, there's a butterfly.
He seems to be starting at prop with Ryan Andrews.
Is that, mate?
Les Carr.
Les Carr has moved into prop. That is correct. He was initially stayed in the back row. He's wearing the jumper as we get things underway down deep into the Singleton. Hardy hands off to Ryan Andrews. Andrews hit hard with some very solid defence in Peora. 18 metres out from his own line. Smith will go into the acting half and push right to Gabe Stafford, I think that is, in roughly the centre of the field, up over the 30. Again, some cracking defence. That's young Hunter Ball.
Very slow play the ball there, Matt.
Quick, yeah, very was. Les Kahn cranks up his first hit up, and he's met solid with Tomasi. He's going for a drop ball, but no, hasn't missed. Smith straight out of dummy half and slots it. Deep again, straight into the James Olds. He'll return the footy. Roughly 30 metres out, 18 in from the eastern side. met hard with Ryan Andrews. Denman swing to the open side, taken front on with 3 or 4 of the Singleton players in Charlie. Carl, no, that's 17, isn't it?
Tupu takes that hit up.
Tupu's
And in the tackle there of Ryan Andrews, Jake Willis and Jake Smith.
Well
Gets
done.
out to Liam Foran. Gets it on to Tamasi. Finds his front there. Tackled by Blake Andrews and Mac Daly.
Foran slots it again. I think that might have been the 4th tackle early. Straight down Parnell's throat in the middle of the field. He's surrounded by Castledine. But he brings back a cracking hit there from Josh Miles, and it was a bit hard. You might say a little bit swinging even. And he's been chipped for that, as he has. Yep. A little bit high though, but no troubles there.
Good start from both sides. Good start. Notice by the looks of it, they're going to be kicking early. Both sides, Matt.
Yeah, getting it down and fending up. I suggest is just getting in the grind. Smith will take the kick for touch, and he'll land it right on halfway line, inside to back to Stafford. Stafford spins and is dropped finally on the deck, just over halfway into the Denman territory. Centre of the field roughly is Ronnie Andrews. Hit again hard. There's Peora over the top there. Smith looks around left and right. Which way is he going to go? He comes up to the left, out the back to Parnell. Parnell pulls up abruptly with a sea of Denman players and a bit of a smack in the head there to young Nick Coombs. A bit of friendly fire, I think, come off there, Brad.
Yeah.
I think it might have been one of his own players that might have just
might have been friendly fire there, Matty.
Tapped him on the bridge of the nose there. But anyway, he's back in line and play slows.
No time off called there yet either, too, Matty.
No, I think he did call time off. Actually, we just didn't seem to have stopped the clock. Anyway, away we go. Yes, he has. Time on now.
Jake Smith plays it on to Jake Hardy. Goes unders to Les Khan. Jake looks left, gives it on to Jake Hardy. Goes flat there to Chris Wadsworth, who's straight through. Keeping up. Oh, good run there. Finds his front. Trying for a quick play the ball. Jake Smith goes right. Goes out to Ryan Andrews. Pass on to Les Khan. Gets the offload. It's kicked through by Mac Daly. It's taken by James Olds.
Olds again, yeah. Singleton won't be happy with that stanza of play, no doubt, trying to rush that football. And again, a penalty. Penalty to Denman. Not quite sure what that's from. We're not mic'd up today. Must be a bit of high tackle. Same thing. Foran looks to slot for the extra metres and does so. Pulls it up just short of the 40-metre line, maybe 35 out from the Denman line. We'll pull it in.
Not a bad kick for touch there, Matty.
Good. I mean, Chapman, I think. Foran. Off to James. James met hard with a couple of big fellas in the middle and the Singleton side. That looks like Willis. Just can't quite pick up who that that's Charlie. Charlie on the deck with Ronnie Andrews. Come right as we do towards the centre of the field.
Ed Chapman looking like he's going. Oh no, he changes. Goes to Liam Foran. Gets it on a Hunter Ball. Straight and hard. Oh, his head rocks backs there. Finds his front.
And,
good hit there by Les Khan and Willis.
Big Khan. Peora. Cut out ball there to the Beshman.
That was a good stop there by Castledine. He nearly got left behind, but he just finished it.
Acting half in Miles. Miles will feed hard back to Chapman. Chapman long ball to Foran. Foran goes, puts the ball to the air, finds a bit of grass out there behind Smythe. That might be a little bit long, but Smythe will take it over the back, over the dead ball.
Probably the best option.
Several Denman players right on their hammer, and they didn't leave him too much of an option there.
They seem like they're very quick out on that left side, Matt, for Denman.
Absolutely, with Charlie and the 12. Colai, I think is his name, but the guys tell me to call him Charlie, so that's what we'll do. Restart from Smith under the post.
Goes along the ground.
Horrible kick.
Don't know if that was a missed kick or not.
Anyway, Smythe nearly regains, but Denman finally cover the ball up 30-odd metres out. We swing right to Ball. Ball will hit me in front with Willis. Andrews.
Swamped there. Absolutely swamped.
Chapman at the acting half. He's looking to the right now. No, yes, he does go right to Foran. Foran, horrible ball. Finally, he does find Peora. Peora tries to get up over that 20-metre line, but he's wrestle to the deck with Gabe Staffer.
And Ryan Andrews.
Ronnie Andrews. Chapman in at the acting half. He'll swing left to the open side to Foran. Long ball. Oh, Smythe just bats it away. Nearly an intercept there from Smythe. So close.
Very close. Yeah, if he'd have taken that, he may have had the wheels to get going there, Matt.
Could have had the wheels. You'd have definitely had a good start. But not to be, mate. Knocked down, and that'll be a scrum. Denman feed. 18 metres out from the Singleton line and around 18 metres in from the eastern side.
Still 0-0 on the ETB Industry scoreboard. 33 minutes to go.
Back of the scrum, we end up at Sikinovaku. Down with Ronnie Andrews, I think, is the tackler there. Centre of the field, Chapman. Chapman to Tomasi. Tomasi tries to go forward. Gets a couple of metres short of the line. Chapman back to Foran outside the Miles.
He's gone through a gaping hole, and that's
gaping great hole in Ghent.
Keith Ghent
in a gaping hole out on this left on the right hand side of Denman's flank, and found a big hole in Singleton's defence. Ghent.
Wadsworth checked early there, Matty, and then slid off him just that bit early. Not that I'm a centre, but
no, Bradley, we're both not built for that speed, but just maybe checked a little bit early and left that position, and then left the hole open. And strolls through in Keith Ghent. 4-0 to the Denman Devils on the ETB Industry scoreboard with 32:35 left on the clock. Looks like James Olds. Olds will take the look for the extras. He's brought it back about 20 metres out. Maybe 15 or 12 in from the western side. Reasonably no breeze today, Brad, so good chance of slotting this one, mate.
Yeah.
Generally when I say that, they miss, so...
I
was going to say, I thought he was going to take a step to the left, but he didn't. Anyway, here he goes. Around the corner he comes. Very good. Sides are up in James Olds. Slots it and back straight over the red dot as it was to make the extras in Olds. So 6-0 on the ETB Industry scoreboard. 31 minutes left on the clock as the Greyhounds return to play.
Wadsworth will be filthy. He made that slight mistake there, but it's quite easily fixed, Matty. That was just a spacing error. Bo Parnell for the kickoff.
It is. We just got some little bit of a listener through for some people over in the UK. Wow. From Miles and Peterson and the Jameses family. Callum Peterson's uncle. There you go. Well done, boys.
On a ball, met hard with Brandon Williams putting a shot on.
Cracking shot.
Do not run at that boy.
Williams is the name of the bus there for Young and Hall, but up he gets and plays the footy. Chapman. It's Charlie. Charlie tries to get through, and he's just up over the 30-metre line, centre of the field.
Singleton trying to muscle up
here
too.
They do too, yeah. Just can't use that. We got there, Bradley.
Starting to see the...
trying to get the number.
Number 13 there, Matty.
13 in Peora.
Peora.
Big lad. How could we miss him?
Chapman in at acting half. We'll go to Liam Foran. Kicks early.
Yeah, he does kick early. Early's on the game here. Finds a bit of grass, but Parnell will clean the ball up just off his own half. He brings it back over the 10 now. 15, he's out from the side centre of the field.
Hard back.
Forward.
They have responded.
Responded well in the form of Tomasi. Castledine goes for a little scoot left, and Tomasi again swallows him up like the big unit he is. Down he goes, 28 metres out from the Singleton line.
Jake Smith.
Swings left Chris against Wadsworth. Wadsworth can't quite get through. Manhandle to a Ghent. And Miles.
Stays up. Jake Smith goes right on to Jake Hardy. Late ball there, shot by Peora. They've lost that there.
There's two, clean out.
He is wrestling
absolutely
everyone.
Out. Straight away, there's been some head clashes there. That's no good going to come out of that. The first aiders are straight onto him as they are. Head clash big time, I'd suggest. That's
I think you'll find Blake Andrews and...
Time off there, signalled as the clock stops with 29-21 on the ETV Industry scoreboard. That was a massive hit there from Peora. read the ball well, and just a slight mistiming there from the Singleton Greyhounds, and we've got some Blake Andrews in all sorts there at the moment.
Can't just quite make out who's...
It's not Khan, might be Jakey Willis.
No, Jake Willis is back
He's
on
up.
the line
I can
over there.
see him there as well. Certainly, I think a bit of mistiming there from the Greyhounds, and certainly a well-timed shot from Peora.
He's a big boy too, isn't he, Matty? He did not miss.
Oh, didn't miss. No.
Well, they've got Blake sitting up at least. That's a good sign for him. I'd suggest he may or may not take any more part in this game today, Matt. But anyway, we'll see what happens there. I still can't make out who the other trainer's with. Yeah,
we'll just get the young Reg. Unfortunately, again, brother's 1 year anniversary, which he'll be celebrating with his family. And just to back that up, no live stream next year. It won't be a live stream. A few things here and there. Obviously, we want people to come to the games as opposed to sitting at home. We want to support the clubs, support local, support the sponsors and everyone that does make Group 21. Blake Andrews is up, but has a bit of claret coming from the side of the head there, maybe an ear. Can't quite. Is that Hardy, is it? Yeah, Jacob Hardy.
Is.
Jake Hardy gets up fairly ginger. He's going to get help from the field in the two trainers there. We'll see how we go here. Holtzy on the bench. Lukey Gardner's going to go on, but I'm sure he's not going to go into the sixth position.
Surely not.
I'd suggest not. There's a few bit of rustling and bustling out there, and the Denman guys and Tom RC.
Blake Andrews will come from the field too.
Yeah, they'll get the bit of claret coming out of the ear there. I think again, a bit of friendly fire. Certainly, not a whole lot in. Well, again, a lot of shoulders bashing, but.
So the interchanges there was John Douglas came on and Luke Gardner. Well, Luke Gardner's lined up at 5'8" there, Matt.
He has too. Wow. Anyway, a ball-playing prop.
There's not much he can't do, old Luke.
He's not. His aim's up anyway, but he restart, as we do with Chapman. Chapman on to Tomasi.
Good hard run there. Makes some good metres. Plays it back to Chapman.
Unders to foreign. Miles. Inside he does. He throws a dummy. Parnell. Wraps him up. Which way is he going to go, Bradley? Chapman.
He's going to go left to the open side. Gets on to Peora. He runs it himself there.
Johnny Douglas straight into it, trying to get off me. Max trying to get
Daly. Trying to break him.
Chapman swings left to the far side of the field. For him, cut out. Oh, great ball.
Great hands and great ball.
Great ball to Daniel James. Caught it high over his head and just slot straight through the Singleton defence.
Absolute bullet of a pass too, Matt.
Bullet of a hole. Ran the courage line, mate.
Unbelievable.
Definite courage line there through Daniel James. Singleton Greyhounds certainly on the back foot. So it's 10-0 on the ETB Industry scoreboard with 28-24 left on the clock. And again, Denman showing some the courage lines there, Bradley.
Yeah, well, I mean, the first try to them was just a good line and a mistake from Singleton, but that second one, that was fantastic football, Matt. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, sure was. Good hard football again. Denman regained quickly from that stoppage in play. Certainly those two players off the field are not going to help the Singleton defence. Certainly with Blake Andrews, he's involved in absolutely every tackle just about. You'll see his work rate is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, that is a big key loss there. I'd suggest, how do they do the head injury stuff in grade up here, Matty? Is it just an assessment or is it out?
No different to the HIA
the protocols.
Yep. Exactly the same one as NRL, as Group 21 follow, mate. So they'll go and do that test. He'll be off for a matter of time before being allowed to resume play, if he is at all allowed to resume play, depending on the outcome of that HIA assessment. There's two very good trainers down below that will be making that assessment, as James Olds looks to slot the extras, roughly the same spot on the eastern side as he was on the west, 10 metres in, 20 metres out from the Singleton line. He'll look to slot the extras. He eyes the ball for quite some time too, apparently. Here he goes. Strikes it well, high, and it's there.
Good kick.
Easy kick there for the Denman Devils. 12-0 to the Denman Devils on the ETB Industry scoreboard. 26:42 on the clock as the Greyhounds make their way back Wow. We've gone international, Bradley. It must be either New Zealand. We've just got some people tuned in from New Zealand as well. We've gone international, mate. They must have to keep the A-team going better, mate. So
what a combination, Matty. Parnell with the kickoff.
There we go. Welcome all around the world to the Footy Fever team.
Goes right to four and he gives it on to Hunter. Winds up again.
Oh, look at him.
And he gets a shot put on him again by Williams.
The same shot Williams with. Straight up he gets, he does, and feeds it into, that's Charlie. Charlie trying to get up to that 20-metre line, but wow, that shows some tenacity, doesn't it?
That was a correction there. That was Tupu from the wing. Gone on to Peora, who gets it on to Tamasi.
That's Tamasi.
Good hard run there. Luke Gardner in that tackle.
Sure was. Get in there. What's going on there?
And we've got a high tackle there by Jake Smith, none other than. There's a bit of a push and a shove there.
Oh, she's on.
And it's on. There's punches thrown.
You wouldn't call them punches.
Well, handbags at 5 paces, shall we say.
Handbags at 10 paces, I'd suggest. A punch is not something you'd be looking at in this game today, mate.
No, well.
He's going to call Jakey Smith. I think it was a good hit, but I think Jakey might have went for just a little bit of a how's your father on the deck there. And he's going to get chatted. He's going for the push. Yes, he did. Anyway. So, typical commentary from the old boys as they move through there. It's a penalty to the Denman Devils.
Playing for him to find touch.
As he will. You can catch that, Bradley. Boom, you'll hear that one shortly. There she is. And so boom.
Right on halfway.
And boom. Encouragement. Chapman.
On to Gent.
Gent again, he's a tall fella as well. So up they go, the Greyhounds in Stafford and Smith. Chapman goes left to Peora. Peora on the deck with Johnny Douglas and Andrews.
Chapman will go and act in half.
Sure does. Miles dummies the ball out the back to 4 and out the back as well to Olds. Olds tries to get away from Smythe, but no. Wrestled to the deck for 30-odd metres out from the Singleton line. Come to the right in the open side. That's Charlie. Got Charlie and Sukanavalu mixed up. Didn't make too many metres, only 4 or 5. Foran says, give me the peel. Here it comes to him. Forward now in Peora. Peora wrapped up pretty quickly with 3 or 4. Over the top he goes. Tamasi.
Miles. Back to Chapman.
Chapman in the centre of the
field. Line. Takes it. Oh, and met in a pretty good contact there by Les Khan and Jake Willis.
Yes, he does. Down the deck he goes.
Miles looking to go left. Gives it on to Thorin. Puts a kick over the back.
That's a quick ball.
Chasing. And it's gone dead. Oh, are they calling? No, it's gone dead. 20-metre restart. That was close, Matty. That was very close.
Very close.
There's a lot of pace. God, there's a lot of pace out that left side.
It's not a quick play of the ball, Luke. Don't blow up because it went dead, mate. If you had caught the football, something different.
We also got in back play there, just behind the Singleton line. Ned Chapman is down, receiving something from the trainer, whether he's just a bit of gamemanship having a blow, just letting the boys reset, or whether or not he's injured, we'll soon see or not.
A bit of a chest there. Good pressure from the Denman side. Down that left edge again, Brad. So they've hit that left edge twice now and found a couple of holes. That was a well-placed kick from Foran. Good chase from Denman Devils.
Chapman is going back into the line. And he's calling Luke Gardner and Daniel Higgins.
It says, you cannot talk, Daniel. You are in trouble. You're a trainer. You can't coach.
Jake Hardy's come back to the bench here just below us, and so is Blake Andrews.
Yep. So the HIA has been completed there, and we'll see how that pans out. Restart, Williams. Full on in ball.
Williams, that's much better.
It's a much better contact. Peora.
Plays it back to Jake Smith. Goes right. Gives it to Mac Daly. Goes inside to Jake Willis, who's met hard by Foran.
3 or 4 people.
And Charlie. And Chapman, I believe. Was it Les Khan takes the next one? Oh.
He's looking then again, starting to get a bit feisty out there. And Khan, yep,
and
he's
Khan.
not happy. Khan says, get over. What's going on there? And that is a full-on blue now. Yep. Khan not happy. There is actually a few being thrown there now, Red. Brad.
I believe that was the number 20 Hunter ball came flying in there from Denman.
Good contact there between Khan. I think that's Foran on the deck.
It was Liam. He stayed down after the first scuffle, after the tackle.
Suggest there's going to be something come on report. No doubt Chick's got that right on camera, and we'll be looking for that for for the 21 judiciary. I'd suggest someone's going to be on report after this one.
Do you think we're going to see a bin, Matt?
Oh, look, I'd suggest Khan won't survive long for that one. He definitely went for a second effort. Move back. Liam's out there trying to marshal the people into position.
The clock here is still running, Matt. Again, I would assume something like this time should be off again.
I'd suggest he's called time off.
As it stands, it's 12-0 to Denman on the ETB Industry scoreboard with 22 potentially minutes to go.
Sure is.
Luke Holtz offering words of encouragement out to the field about the time off, Matt. Lamforan is still receiving attendance there by the trainer, a bit of water. And there is a bit of claret coming from Lamforan, roughly around the ear there, Matt.
Yeah, good contact there.
Just a bustling run there from Khan, and obviously big man on little man.
Well, big man on big man. Liam Foram's no slouch. He's a
fair.
He's a reasonable sized bloke. Now he's calling time off.
Oh,
clearly, referee hadn't called time off there.
no. It looks like Lamforan's coming from the field here, Matt, too.
Well, if nothing else, he'll get a red cross, a free interchange.
Les Khan's been called out here.
As he will do. You get off.
He's been sent. They have sent him, Matt.
from the match. Sent from the field.
I'll be interested to see what happens. As I said, Hunter Ball came roaring in with some punches thrown. At the very minimum, there should be at least 10 minutes for Hunter if they're being fair dinkum.
Clearly some people unhappy with that, but certainly Liam Foran very ginger as he walks off there with a bit of claret coming out of that left ear. Les Khan will have a bit to explain there.
So Singleton to play with 12 on the field for the rest of the game, Matt.
They will be 12 men.
And he sent Hunter Ball as well.
Yep. And again, you called that one early, Bradley. He's certainly a third man in there. He wasn't happy with it, so it's a 12-on-12 match.
Absolute scenes here at Pertec Park. Two send-offs on old Pertec Park. Pertec Park, Matt.
Well, it's easy for you to say, Bradley.
Two send-offs on Old Dogs Day. Who'd have thought that was coming?
Well, I tell you, a little bit of a second effort from the pair of them. And again, both benches and the Denman and Singleton Greyhounds blowing up.
Wow. Well, this will open things right up. Also with Liam Foran, their main half off the field as well for Denman. This could get interesting either way.
Certainly is.
Singleton got the penalty. Jake Smith to kick for touch. Singleton on the attack. It has gone out at the 20 line. Singleton in good ball here. Jake Smith to take the tap. Gets it out the back to Brendan Williams. Steaming onto it. Good run. Up over the 10.
His post-contact meters are always fantastic because eventually Peora slots him on the deck.
And Jake Smith at acting half again. Gets it on to Mac Daly. Goes unders there to Johnny Douglas.
I'm not sure what line he was running, but he hit a right-hand turn. Anywho, it's going to be a very open game now as we swing left through Smith. Smith to Gardner. Gardner out the back to Parnell. Parnell ball. Knocked down by Besham.
Certain try if he doesn't knock that down, Matt, too.
It should be an A.
Anyway, Singleton to get the ball again here in a scrum. Jake Smith just removes that ball. Mustn't like that ball, Matt.
No, take it out.
By the looks of it, Luke Gardner has slotted into 5'8" there for Singleton. He's having words with the touch judge.
No, I think that, again, maybe one of them footballs might have been a bit underinflated there. So just regained the footy. Well, Gardner, he'll feed the scrum. Daly looks for out the back to Parnell. Parnell slots it to Williams. He's just got to get it to Smite.
He's going to go in here.
He's going to go himself. He does.
And it's a try. Brandon Williams.
Far corner of the field. Williams in the big powerful unit he is. However he goes. A couple of metres in from the western side.
And that was off the back of very good shape.
Great shape. Good quick ball. 2 quick balls from Gardner. Gardner to Daly. Daly slotted it out wide to Williams, and he's a big unit. When he gets the momentum, it's hard to pull him up, Brad.
Oh, absolutely. When he winds up, you should have to train with him, Matt, when you've got to do defence drills with him. It's like hitting concrete.
Great try from Williams. That brings it back to 12-4 on the ETB Industries scoreboard with 18:47 left on the clock. We'll see how Daly goes from the far of the field. Excitement plus here today, Bradley. The live call going out to our Mixlr Footy Fever listeners all over the world.
You just never know what's going to happen on Old Dogs Day. Like I said at the start of the call, it doesn't matter if they're first or last. They always put a good show on. So Mac Daly will take this kick.
16 in Zimbabwe. Bradley Schultz.
From Schultzy in Zimbabwe. Mac Daly's lining this up from the 20 metre on the, we'll call it the eastern side for the watchers out there. Comes in, kicks it. And it's gone over. That brings the score up to 12-6. Denman's way on the ETB Industry scoreboard. With 17 and a half minutes to go on the clock.
Conversion successful by Mac Daly.
Well, the looks of it, Ned Chapman. Oh, no, sorry. That will be Olds. Will be taking the kickoff, the restart. Sends it down left. Bo Parnell to catch it. Johnny Douglas taking the kickoff run. Comes back to middle. Makes good metres there. Gets up over the 20-metre line. That's a good solid run. Jake Smith into acting half. Gets it out to Mac Daly on the right. Gives it to Jake Willis. Straightens it up. Another strong run up the middle. Oh, and we've gone for a strip there.
Got it away. He certainly has. That looks like
Tomasi's hand got the hold of the ball there.
It's a big Payor, isn't it?
Oh.
The middle field?
Sorry, mate. No, the Tomasi, the front rower.
Tomasi.
Gets it on to Charlie. Oh, and he's hit high. Jake Willis has hit him very high there.
You've got to clean that discipline up both sides. Referee not standing for anything that looks remotely high, and that certainly was up around the shoulders. But look, whatever the gauge is for whichever the gauge is, the referee's got it. Olds looks for the extras. No, Jack Smythe, you won't reach that.
Can't blame the young fella for trying. He's full of go.
He had a look. 10 metres out they are now, the Denman Devils on the attack in Chapman. They'll take the restart. Inside the quick ball to James. James tries to get through the Singleton defence, but
met strongly.
Very strong there in Daly. Chapman at acting half comes right to the open.
That's a terrible ball.
Horrible ball to Paora. Tries to straighten up, but he's hung by 2 or 3 Singleton guys. He does trying to get away 2, 3. He's got 3 or 4 hanging off him now, but finally goes backwards and 12 metres out centre of the field roughly. Chapman again at the acting half. You look to come goes left there now to the skinny side. Tries to get through in Olds.
So by the looks of it, Olds has jumped into into one of the halves there. I'd assume he would be going into 5'8".
Could do, mate. Yeah, Charlie goes for a little...
and he's met hard there.
Met hard with Jake Smith and Ryan Andrews. On the deck, they go 8 metres out. They look to pressure the line again in Singleton's line. Come to the right, they do in Miles. Miles, good ball. Great ball
defense.
Off to... that looked like... no, it wasn't Charlie.
No, it was Miles gave it on to...
under the deck goes Chapman. Look for a scurry. It was actually Semi-R.
No, he's been held up. It's been held up. It's going to be brought out the 10 to play the ball. Must have been last tackle. That's good defence there.
No.
That's they've got out. Okay, change over right there.
Right on their line.
On to Gabe Stafford. Finds his front there, just at about the 8 metre mark.
Front side.
Plays it back to Plays back to Jake Smith, who goes out for a scoot there. He's met hard there by Peora and Tamar. Tries the one-on-one strip, doesn't get it. Bo Parnell goes right to Mac Daly. Gives it on to Jake Willis.
Willis pushes right. Just to recap, we did drop out the internet there, Brad, so we have 2 people sent off, not sin bin, but sent off in the form of Les Khan and Hunter Ball from that last interaction. On the deck. We just dropped out the internet, so getting a few just catching up there, mate. Parnell, Smith at acting hard, goes right to Williams. Williams,
and just runs him over.
Big don't argue to Daniel James.
Brendan Williams looking for the
Get
work
out of
today.
the way, he says.
Goes out to Mac Daly.
He'll slot it deep and find straight away Daniel James. Inside ball there to Semi-R. Semi-R's up over the 50, over the 40.
John Douglas.
Oh, that's forward. That's a mile forward.
And
it has.
Luckily they've called it.
Luckily they've called that one, I tell you.
So it looks like Semi-R has gone back, pushed back to fullback.
Yeah.
And that looks like James Olds has gone into 5'8", with Josh Miles, either way, playing the halves.
Just recapping, a bit of an altercation there, and big Les Khan into a fairly big match-up with Liam Forum, which resulted in Liam Forum being taken off. Out of that ensuing little eruption, Les Khan and Hunter Ball both sent from the field. Not sin bin, but sent from the field. So it's a 12-man game here on both sides. Fair few things need to be happening. And again, early we had Blake Andrews and Jacob Hardy come off for the Singleton side, so quite a few changes in the halves as Mac Daly feeds Gardner. Gardner will try and push up on the left-hand side as we look at the open side. Miles wrestle him to the deck, and again.
Penalty. And now it's on again. And they're up.
She's on again. Yep, and it's on. Stacks on. Wow. This is going everywhere. There's people running in from everywhere.
A lot of absolute emotion and feeling in this game today.
Absolutely.
And so it should be on Old Dogs Day or any old boys day around the comp. Maybe not Blues, but good hard football should be what's happening.
You certainly don't want to see the Blues of the calibre we're seeing here at the moment. Yep, Jack, I suggest you get out of that. He's blowing the whistle
Gabe
quite
Stafford's
often.
right in the middle there, the young fellow. I'd suggest he might want to take a sit back. He's got a bit of temper about him, young Gabe Stafford, surprisingly.
I think anyone does when they're pushed the wrong way, mate, but certainly time off's been called in the ETB Industry scoreboard with 12:08. 12-6 to the Denman Devils. Another eruption. We need to get control of this game, get the tackles down a bit low and start playing a bit of football, I'd suggest, lads. A few people not happy with the way they're being tackled.
Yeah, and that's probably right too, Matt. The next team that decides to actually play football and not worry about a blue is going to win this game.
Yeah, I think you're right, Bradley. A good call. But as we do, second or third time the two teams have been pulled apart. Both benches not happy with the way things are blowing up there. Matty Brock for the Singleton Greyhounds looks to be taking the field.
Interesting to see what comes out of that scuffle there, Matt. What's going to happen here? More send-offs or 10 minutes in the bin? Or who knows? But there was, I don't like the call yet.
Certainly 2 or 3 people ran in literally right in front of the referee, so I'll be interested to see if the third man in rule does apply, which is literally just an instant send-off.
Now, is that bin or sent off?
Well, it depends on the referee's adjudication of it, mate, and on how aggressive the player was, and if there was any injury which is proposed from that. Either way, quite a discussion going on in the centre of the field. Who will be pulling out? Quite a bit extra in the old extras in the groundwork, I'd suggest, Brad's what we're looking at there. Tackle's been affected. A little bit extra massage, you'll call it, in the olden days.
I mean, look, it seemed there was a bit around the head when they were going to ground, but then, I mean, obviously something sparked it after that to really kick it off, Matt.
Certainly did. Someone not happy. I think it was an extra.
So Mac Daly's been called out here.
Well, Mac's the captain at there at the moment, I think you'll find.
And they are calling for...
I'm going to say to be Jakey Smith.
John Douglas is being called out. The reserve grade captain here is being called out.
I'm not sure that John Douglas was too much involved in that one. I think they may have got that one wrong, but anyway, we'll see what's happened. The touch judge report, he's got 10 minutes.
10.
John Douglas has got 10 minutes. He's not happy.
He's not happy at all.
As he would be. Turns around at 12:08 left on the ETB Industries scoreboard.
So he'll come back on with just over 2 minutes to go. John Douglas is not happy at all. So one of our players has been, one of Singleton's players have been sent for 10. Sorry, Matt. Sorry, Matt.
Certainly need to be neutral on the Footy Fever commentary team. And another.
So the captain Miles has come out, and he has been sent for 10.
Miles has also been sent for 10.
And he's not turned around to talk to the ref.
Mate, you'll end up with off the deck if you continue. No, come back. Sorry, mate. Yep. Second time being called back. Ground manager been called onto the field.
And some colour commentary at the back of the Morgan Engineering box here today. One and only Ty Merrick is not happy whatsoever.
We might just mute that mic for a sec while we talk to Ty. Anyway, resuming what we're seeing here. There's quite a bit of talk going on. Both ground managers are out in the field. I've never seen this before in Group 21 yet, Bradley. It's quite an interesting...
It is all happening.
I'm not sure why the two ground managers are being called. He looks like a bite, do you think, Chick? He's certainly being inspected in some way, shape or form on his hand. Some sort of allegation there, which all the officials have now looked at. Daly, the captain, will be called out, and Miles will eventually go for his 10 minutes.
This changes a lot for Denman. Both their starting halves are now either off or in the bin, Matt. This changes a lot.
It certainly does. Looks like we're resuming play there now. It's on report, as we thought it would be.
And Foran, by the looks of it, Foran is going to be the next interchange back to the field anyway, so he's obviously passed, if he had a HIA or injury, he's coming back on.
He was just a removal, I think, from that little blood bin. I can still see a bit of clout there on the right ear. Restart, and Foran is back on the field, as you rightly say. Penalty to Singleton, and Smith will go for the restart.
So now we're down to 11 on 11, I believe, if my maths as a front rower is correct.
Well, let's go with it, Bradley.
Jake Smith on to Gabe Stafford. Surely we see some expansive football here, Matt.
Expansive, good word, Brad.
Jake Smith into Acton half.
Look at the big brain on Brad.
He's going to get on to Ryan Andrews, who makes good metres up there. Brings it, gets him down. Oh, even over the 10. Singleton in good attacking position here. Jake Smith has a look. Goes left, gets it on to Luke Gardner, who shoots. Oh, cuts it. And it's...
Over the top of Wadsworth's head. I think that may have been for Wadsworth. They're just not well read there, trying to pick up Castledine wide on the wing. I think that may have been a bit of a missed time there.
Goes up to Luke and gives him a slap, says sorry.
Sorry, bud. Sorry, mate. That was my bad.
Anyway, that was last tackle by the looks of it, so it's a play the ball by Paora back to Chapman. Oh, and he's dropped it.
Left that straight behind in Nick Coombs, is it? The 16?
I believe yes, it was 16 there. Nick Coombs, yeah.
Coombs has left that behind, so let off there for the Greyhounds, and certainly turns a very good attacking position there for the Greyhounds, I should say. So Denman have rolled that footy over.
Castledine's coming over to the right here in the back into the play here with Brendan Williams coming third in.
Obviously looking for a shift there. There's no fullback there. Parnell's pushed up well into the back line. So I'm gonna say we'll shift right here, Luke. Brad. I'm just looking at Lukey Gardner, feeds it. Daly will find Parnell. Parnell just doesn't. Again, timing is all of the essence today for the Greyhounds, and it's not one that they've been good at. We'll come back to the open side in Gardner. Gardner off to Andrews. Andrews met with two or three of the players in Olds.
They've got a 3-on-2 here to the left. They've got
There's got to be gaps.
5-on-4 if they use it right. Parnell goes himself. Met in good contact there by Paora. They just need to be calm here and make sure. Jack Smythe gets it out to Luke Gardner. Goes himself. Finds the gap. Still going. Oh, tackled a metre from the line.
Just short.
That's
Smith.
Good defence by Denman there.
No, it's not. It's Castledine. No, he's called a timeout. 4 and down. Boys are not happy with that. They believe it may well be a talk, but not to worry. I think should check with the guys okay.
Let's look, the old stager. Hopefully he's not injured or anything.
It's not foreign at all. It's
Coombs.
Young Coombs, yeah, Nick Coombs taking a knock. They'll restart play. Maybe 5 out from the Denman line. 25 in from the western side.
Time back on.
Time back on as it does. We look to go right there in Daly. Oh, Williams
into traffic.
Yeah, big traffic there.
Very big traffic.
In Payora.
Jake, and the ball. And he's lost the ball.
He's live.
Payora is loving it.
I'm unsure a ball can come out at that speed and not have a hand in it though, Bradley. I'll just have to watch that one on replay. Unless something's gone amiss.
We'll get the live screen action replay up now, Matt, and have a...
Yeah, I don't think we will. Nah, chick's shaking her head and saying, Bradley, you're on something.
Right, copy.
Bit of scrappy football. We've played 2 or 3 sets down on Denman's line, but neither side be able to come out with some sort of movement there on the ETB Industry scoreboard. 9 minutes left on the clock and a 12-6 to the Denman Devils. We'll restart that scrum. Referee not quite happy with the way it went down.
7 minutes left on both the sin binnings.
Well done, Bradley.
I'll keep it up for you. I'll keep the updates coming for you, Matt.
You're unreal. Gets
it out to Foran. Gets it on to... Sorry, couldn't see the number there. Ned Chapman gets it on to Tupu's. Met hard there by Wadsworth. Throwing it to Luke Gardner has just hit him. The old stager, Mr. Dependable. Back to Chapman, who gets it on to Charlie, I believe.
Charlie, and that looks like Williams come across in there to do a bit of work with Staffer.
At the back to Chapman, on to Payora there.
Payora, big unit. Ronnie Andrews tries to wrestle him to the ground along with Willis.
He's been busy today, that Payora, hasn't he, Matt? Chapman for a scoop.
That's a scoop, and I think you'll find Ronnie might have been offside, but he gets away with it. There's no trouble there. Just short of the halfway line. Centre of the field.
Oh, terrible ball. And a forward pass.
Horrible ball.
So he's played the knock on there, Matt.
Played the knock on first, and it actually went forward from Foran. Williams intercepted, but called back for the knock on. We'll play the football halfway.
Jake Willis will pass it back to
inside.
McDaly. On to Jared Castledine. Straight down the hay diddle. He'll play the ball back to Jake Smith. He looks right. Gives it to Mac Daly. On to Jake Willis.
Trying to get up over into that territory. Looking just into the good ball territory now. Look for Smith. Smith will come open to Daly. Parnell unders. Ron Andrews left it behind. That
was Tomasi got that ball there. Who gives it back? This is the unknown gentleman I missed before. He is...
Oh, what's that leg? He's been bent back fairly well. No,
that's Olds.
Olds just over the halfway line. Steaming onto the footballs, the big unit in Semi-R. Up 8 to 4 and gets away to 4 and forward. Long ball out there to James. James tries to scoot down, but he's wrapped up by Smythe and Williams.
And he had Tupu unmarked on his left there. All he had to do was cut the ball out there, and it was potentially a try there, Matt.
He'll play the ball to 4 and 4 and looks to the skinny side. Doesn't. Comes back to Campbell. Campbell inside to Payora. Payora finally to Coombs. Coombs looks to try to get down, but Castledine makes short work of that. Coombs into the acting half. Scoots away himself. Tries to get over, but no.
That's Old there at number 1.
Coombs drops it, and no. Hardy's away. He's picked it up after a spill. Not quite getting away from it, but he's wrapped up by Bencham.
By Parnell into acting half. Gives it on to Jared Castledine. Oh, it's met hard by Payora there. And the Singleton boys are looking for a high shot there, but it looked pretty fine up here. Parnell goes out for a scoot down the middle.
Doesn't quite get away from him. Inching towards it.
Jake Smith will kick.
Smith will make, with no fullback, and we need a chase out of that for the Greyhounds. It'll be tied up by Semi-R.
Matty Brock there leading the charge there. That ended up being a good kick chase, Matt, but it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, certainly could have.
Gets it on to Tupu there. Pass out to Chapman. Tackle there by Williams there. And he's taken out. Brendan Williams is having probably one of his better games of the season today, Matt. Would you agree?
Mate, he's certainly stepping up outside, coming in looking for some extra work. He's a big unit, like I said. His post-contact meters have have always been always been good. Anyway,
So it's 5 minutes on the ETB industry scoreboard, 12-6 to Denman.
so obviously a second effort there from Williams. So the penalty went to Denman. They've got the extras, and just up on the 50-metre line, they'll come in about 15 metres in from the eastern side in foreign. No, that isn't. It's Sukanavalu will take it. Foreign. Charlie tries to get up over the half and just does it, maybe 4 metres into the Singleton Greyhounds territory. Foreign at the acting half. He'll look to go against, fakes left, goes right in Paora. Paora and Tamasi. Tamasi down. Foreign scoots away. Olds tries out. Who's hanging off him?
That's a good tackle there, Jake Hardy.
Hardy just swings off him and finally gets it. Foreign in the acting half. That's Paora. Paora's having a cracking game in the middle of the big unit.
Absolutely.
He's pushed off 1, 2, 3, 4. Still moving now up to the 10-metre line and finally on the deck there through Jake Willis around the legs. Foreign. Goes left. Goes himself. Through the line. Over.
And Denman will score. The defence was just on the back foot that whole set there, Matt.
Absolutely, mate. And you can only do that for so long with a limited amount of people. And again, with the amount of people on there, Brad, there's going to have to be gaps. But Foreign finds a little bit of a gap and gets himself over. 16-6 on the ETB industry scoreboard. 3:33 left on the clock, which suggests we'll get this kick and maybe one more set return, Brad.
Yeah, I'd suggest that may be where it is. We've got 1 minute and 20 seconds till both those fellas that were sin bin will be coming back on. And that just shows the experience of Liam Foreign there to go himself there with so much space.
Just quick play the ball, mate. Couple of quick play the balls. No one home at marker.
And that'll be Olds, I believe, to go for the conversion. So I suppose with the recapping again, in case with the internet off, if people are just tuning in, we had Les Khan and Hunter Ball sent off, not sin bin, sent off for the game in an altercation.
Further to that, we had John Douglas got 10 minutes, along with Josh Miles. Both of those got a further 10 minutes, so we're down to an 11-man game. 2:28 left on the ETB industry scoreboard. Olds looks to slot under the into the extras, and as he does, takes a bit of time, but that's no trouble. No breeze here today, Brad. Very different to last week's game.
Good day for football. Absolutely good day for football, and he kicks that.
He slots that, no troubles. 18-6 on the ETB industry scoreboard.
Miles and Douglas will be back on the field here.
As they do. Well, Bradley, you are so onto it as they both run onto the field.
We make a good team, Matt.
Oh, gee.
Cody Landers is wandering around down here on debut, and he's got the interchange card. Surely they're not going to get him on for a minute or two.
You wouldn't know, mate. It doesn't matter. Get on there and make an impact.
Anyway, Bo Parnell to restart the game here with the kickoff.
Not many of the interchanges left. He does. He slots it deep down into the western side of the field. That's who's that? Can't quite get the number of the Denman player, but he returns back maybe 15 metres out.
I believe that might have been Semi-R.
Semi-R, yes.
Yep.
Yes, it was. Good call, Bradley. Centre of the field now.
Ned Chapman to play the ball.
Coombs.
Played back to Liam Foreign.
Chapman for Foreign.
Cut out ball there for Tupu. Finds himself in the opening.
He does.
Gets it on to...
That's Coombs.
This is Coombs here, sorry. He's out and he's
That's
away.
That's Daniel James.
That's Daniel James. That's right. He came in
Daniel
at 15
James.
for the centre.
That's literally a full length of the field. Try that. Full length of the field. Slotted it wide while we're trying to get our names right there. Daniel James. Very active out on that left side. Last minute as it counts down the ETV industry scoreboard. 18-6. It's currently showing on the board. ETB industry scoreboard. That'll be the last minute for the first half. Just on that being old Dogs Day, mate, it's good to see young Joshy King, mate. He's come back from Melbourne Storm today.
Oh, has he?
He's wandering around the field for Old Dogs Day. He's wandering around saying hello to a few people and reliving the former glory days of playing for the Singleton Greyhounds, mate. So welcome back, Joshy. As with a lot of of people that we haven't seen around the ground for a long while all come back to say good day and have a bit of fun with the Old Dogs Day.
No, that's fantastic that he's come back.
Yeah, no, it's
absolutely
a lovely young man and playing some really good football down there for the Melbourne Storm. Having been played early in the weekend, he had time to jump on a flight and get up here and say good day. He's been wandering around signing a few autographs for the young kids and getting a few photos as he is. He's a wonderful young lad. And good to see him. Good to see him make the effort, mate.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic when they come back to their grassroots. It really is.
Absolutely.
And it's good to see that we're able to produce players of that calibre that actually get into those systems.
Look, if Group 21 across the board can produce players, there's no issue. Young Campbell Munn is currently playing for the combined high schools.
Yep.
New South Wales side, I think it was today or yesterday he might have played, I'm unsure. But well done to him. Again, kids playing for New South Wales combined high schools, mate. That's fantastic effort. Well done, Munsey.
Yeah, it's very good for the group to see that we're any team in the group that we're producing that kind of talent that's going further with it.
Olds slots it, but no, just wide. That's the so that'll be the half on the ETB Industry scoreboard. 22-6 to the Denman Devils. Bradley and I will take a short break, and you can listen to some dulcet tunes while we do. Hopefully we're back on there, Bradley. Internet connection dropping in and out as Singleton retake the field, or Singleton and Denman retake the field for the second half. 22-6 on the ETB Industry scoreboard in favour of the Denman Devils as we look to slot off as we do. Let's go, he says. Oh, bit of a mix-up there from the Denman team. Not real sure who's supposed to be taken aback, but certainly met with a whole heap of Singleton defence. Is that Peora?
No, that one is Tomasi there.
Tomasi, I keep getting them mixed up. Chapman in at half. He swings right and finds Olds. Olds will be up to the 40-metre line, just in from the eastern side. Chapman back in there at the acting half position. Inside, again, that there is Peora. Peora, again, slotting up to just before the halfway line. Foran slots it off the left boot down towards Jack Smythe's corner and taken on the run. Well done, Jack Smythe. Returns the football, tries to get up over the 10. He does. He goes round one, goes round Chapman, but then doesn't go much past Tomasi.
Jared Carlson in acting half. Plays it out left. Gives it on to Matty Brock, who just straightens up the attack there. Good and hard run. Jake Smith. He'll play the ball back to Jake Smith there. Gives it on to Gabe Staffer. He's making solid contact there.
Cracking contact there in Olds.
Plays it back to Smith. Gets it out to Mac Daly. Goes unders to John Douglas, who's returned to the field. That's a good run from coming back on.
Certainly is. Just up to the halfway, and Chapman over the top of him.
Smith. Gives it on to Hardy. Cuts it out. Jared Carsadine. He's got one to beat. And it's been knocked down by Charlie, I believe that was. Oh, no, sorry. Sammy R has knocked that down. That was a good read.
Good read. Just held that ball a fraction long in Carsadine. Open line there for Hardy.
That was a good set there, Matt.
Nice little play down that left edge from Singleton. Scrum feed. 20 metres out from the single line, 20 in from the eastern side. It'll be fed through the form of Hardy.
Singleton has the ball. Hardy out to Mac Daly. Goes short to Wadsworth.
A little bit high in Foran, but Foran eventually gets him down.
Plays it back to Jake Smith. Goes right to Mac Daly. Gives it on to Matt Brock. Goes himself.
Brock, and again you see that Peora. Peora coming out, he's a workhorse.
Brendan Williams gets it back to Mac Daly. Bo Parnell off the left foot. And he's lost it there. It's gone back.
Drop that cold, I'd suggest. He's calling knock on. Knock on off Denman. Knock on off Denman, he's calling that. And Daly will snatch the footy. Yeah, no, it must have been a bit of a hand in there from the Denman Devils.
Yeah, must have been. Anyway, look, Singleton in attacking ball there from the 10-metre line. This is where they've got to start taking these chances that they're getting, Matt, and actually put some points on the board.
Certainly do. Daly will feed the scrum, 10 metres out.
Out it goes. Oh, it goes short side. Gives it on to Brendan Williams. Brendan Williams by himself runs over Tupu and he's over.
Easy.
That's a
Easy
try to Brendan Williams.
Easy meters for the Williams. He's a big, strong unit and you won't touch him that far from the line. Crashes over about 10 metres in from the western side.
That brings the score on the ETB industry scoreboard 22-10 with 36 and a half minutes to go in the half.
I think that's the old score. I think that'll go up to 26-10. Could be wrong, Bradley. Always are. Great run from Brendan Williams. He's a strong man up tight. Like his post-contact meters in any game is always 6 to 8, sometimes 10.
It's good to see that giving him early ball too to get him time to wind up.
Yeah. Good selection there. I thought coming to that skinny side might have been a different call, but he certainly showed that was the space to go to. Well read, well played.
And one-on-one that close to the line, Williams, you're nearly backing him in, Matt, aren't you, to go over?
Absolutely. And not as if he didn't have some good opposition to come up against, but the man's just too strong. But it is, you're right, it must be staying at 22-10. I thought that was the half-time score.
Well, let's hope.
Oh, sorry, it was 22-6.
That's all right, mate. I'll look after you, mate. Should be right.
I'll sit back over here. You do the funny stuff from here on in, all right?
Mac Daly for the kick.
Lots of.
And that's a good kick by Mac Daly. That brings the scoreline 22-12 with 35 minutes to go on the ETB industry scoreboard.
6 a.m. in Zimbabwe, says Brad Schultz. I'm sure you're not in Zimbabwe, Brad Schultz, but anyway, thanks for the message.
I believe someone was saying I work with Brad Schultz. Someone was saying he was over there for 6 or 8 weeks in Africa.
Right?
Yeah, I believe it actually might be fair income.
Well, there you are. Well done, Schultzy. Tuning into Old Dogs Day. The boys are saying, come on down. As Denman slots it deep to Smith, and Smith will palm it straight off to Johnny Douglas.
Johnny Douglas brings it back to the middle there. That's a good return there by John Douglas. Nearly up to the 30-metre line. Jake Smith asking the question here. Jake Smith plays it back. Matt Brock gets it. Finds his front there. Plays it back to Smith. Goes to Brendan Williams, looking for more work.
Yeah, not this time.
And that's a good tackle there by Tupu. That really was. Plays it back to Jake Smith.
Jacob Sukanavala. That's Dad. He's Dad.
Sorry, mate. I'm just used to calling him Tupu from his time at Singleton. Anyhow, Jake Smith goes short. Cuts it out to Jack Smythe, not Smith. He's called that forward. And a forward pass. And
I'm not sure that's right. I think that was pretty flat. That looked flat to me.
It was very flat. Anyhow, that's how it's ended up, Matty.
Certainly has. Just can't get that run on. You think it'll be Denman feed.
And Parnell was away there, I'd like to believe, with Smythe actually. That was not a bad ball by Smythe back on the inside.
Absolutely. Covered it well. Mac Daly having a bit of talk with the referee, but I believe it's not going to change. We've only got nearly a 3-man scrum there. Williams is going to go in and take up the second of the back rowers there, which we will need to do. Denman feed foreign. Miles, no, that's Olds, sorry. Olds wrestling to the deck in Stafford, just short of the halfway line. We'll look at Miles now. Goes left, no, goes himself. Tries to a very awkward play the ball, wrapped up by Smith and Stafford again, just on the 40-metre line into Singleton's territory. We'll look now for Chapman. Chapman goes right in Paora. Paora tries again. He just gets to the 40-metre line into the Singleton territory. Chapman again. Walk back, he says. You keep walking. Plays the footy now on the 40-metre line. That there's Tamasi trying to get up to that 20-metre and just short of it there, centre of the field. Chapman, foreign does the little dicking to do in Semi-R. Semi-R tries to get through the centre, but no. That's Johnny Douglas, wraps him up very well. Centre of the field with Ronnie Andrews. Chapman, foreign, comes in the open side, puts it on the boot. Up high it is. It's off Denman. Smythe tries to tidy it up, and it does. Comes off Smythe, I think, and is tapped over.
No. Ref's called a 20 restart there. That must have come off Denman.
Must have come off Denman, mate. From this angle, it looked like it come off Smythe. It doesn't matter.
Restart for the tap. Gabe Stafford to take the tap there. McDaly asking the question then. Penalty play, yeah, and that was too slow there. That's the first mistake Paora's made today. He's played brilliantly today for Denman. Jake Smith Kicking for touch. Gets him up to halfway. Taps it. Gives it to Staffer.
Oh, Miles takes him front on. Just short of the 40-metre line into Denman territory.
Jake Smith. Back to Ryan Andrews, who just goes, he's finding some metres there. Up the middle. Gets the offload to Jake Smith. Gives it on to Matt Daly. Out to Matt Brock, who floats it out to Jack Smythe. Matt solidly there.
Very solid in Singleton.
35 metres out. Jack Smythe back to Brendan Williams. Gives it to Bo Parnell. I don't think that was meant to go to Bo, but anyway, look.
Standing.
He's managed to make some good metres there.
Sukhanavalu again off the wing with Foran. Tidies that up. 18 metres out.
Smith will play. Goes a short side to Mac Daly. Cuts it out to Jack Smythe. And he's over. Oh, he's gone out of touch. He's called him out.
He did just put that. I think it was knocked. It was hit. It was hit well by the Devils there, and I think
very desperate defence there, Matt.
I think he did have 1 foot on the line. Unfortunately, well run by Smythe, well read. Just didn't quite. I think Denman just quite hit him hard in the air and just pushed him out on that 1 foot, mate. So restart from Denman, 20 metres in. Whoa! Just gets up over the in between these, probably 15 metres out. Foran. That Charlie tries to get himself up, but he's manhandled by Williams and Smith. Foran reaches for the sky and says, "I need some consistency here." Charlie, that's not Charlie at all. That's
they're asking the question of the touch judge and the referee.
Foran at the acting half. That's Paora. Paora again. He's off 1-2. That's young Landers. Foran. Acting half again. Left 2, no, he goes right. Goes right to Miles. Miles cut out ball out there to Coombs. Coombs tries to get his way towards the 50 metre and doesn't. He's 45 out from his own line.
Good ball and all there by Hardy.
Foran off the left foot again. Kicks.
Parnell on
the full.
And on the fly.
Boy, on the fly he does, but he's met. No, he's through
and
2.
He's break through 1.
Straight through 2. Through 3.
And that's a good return by Parnell.
Just short of the halfway line.
Jared Castledine jumps out, goes right to Brendan Williams, winding up. And that's a great post-contact meters is unbelievable by Brendan Williams today.
Well, Daniel James said, "What just hit me?"
Plays it back to Jared Castledine, gets it on to Luke Gardner. Goes himself. The old stager knows when to straighten it up. He'll get up and he'll play it back on the 40-metre line. Over to Mac Daly. Goes to Landers, who's met there by Tomasi in a solid tackle. Plays it back. Quick play the ball there. Jake Smith. On to Jake Hardy. Goes himself. Cuts through. Bow punter and it's forward. And it's a forward pass. It was a forward pass by Jake Hardy. What a shame for Singleton there.
Just caught Hardy by the jersey, dragging him along, and he's just got the one-handed ball away. Maybe he just slipped. A bit hard to tell from here, Brad, but...
that was desperate defence there by Denman, Matt.
Mate,
desperate.
Certainly was. Parnell right in the right position, just maybe drifted a bit forward. Certainly Touchy and referee both calling that.
Anyhow, we'll resume transmission here, Matt.
Yeah, sorry. Well, it doesn't matter. We've just dropped out of the internet. Now we're back on. That's okay.
Cody Landers has met him hard there. Well done from Landers there. On debut, in case no one didn't hear it.
Foran Miles pushing back towards the centre of the field there. Wrapped up with 3 or 4 defenders from in the Andrews and Staffer. 4 into the acting half again. Comes to the open side and Paora. Paora stays within the tram lines and just gets short of the 40-metre line with Smith and Gardner being the tacklers. That's Chapman a 4 inch. Foran a crossfield kick and he'll look to pick up Castledine on the run.
Full.
Castledine.
And on the fly too.
Absolutely. Same as Parnell's return, just up over the 40.
Singleton winning the field position here as he gets up and plays that back to Mac Daly. Gets it on to Bo Parnell who passed on to Gabe Staffer. Goes him some met hard by Paora there.
Geez, we've called his name a lot today, Paora.
Absolutely. Gabe Stafford, anyhow, will get up just over the 50-metre line with a bit of a shove. Play the ball, son. Gets it on to Jake Smith. Landers met hard. Met hard.
Noah Sala has literally timed that from a run out wide.
And something's happened there. Perhaps a knock-on. Lost the ball there, Matt.
Must have lost that football. I'd say that was an extremely well-timed run from Noah Sala. Cut him.
It was too. It was. Yep,
well
hit him hard.
Run. Yeah, that was good idea. Good contact.
Welcome to first grade, Mr. Landers, or Big Papa as he wanted to be referred to as.
I'd say you want to catch the footy first.
Yeah, let's start there, Codes. Anyhow.
No, it's a good run. Good run, good contact. There's Miles, foreign, off the scrum. Scrum out there to Charlie. Charlie tries to get through, but again, 3 or 4 just up over the 50, 48 metres out of the Singleton line. 4-minute acting half. He swings left in Sikanavalu. Just up into again, over the 40-metre line. He's 38 from Singleton's line. 20 metres in from the western
Luke
side.
Gardner holding that down there.
That's Chapman.
Met
Chapman.
hard by Williams.
Again, great contact there through Williams and Smith. In Charlie, it's Chapman, foreign. Foreign drops Peora under, cutout ball to Miles. Miles out the back to, that's Coombs. Coombs brushes off Castledine, but Castledine gets up and has another crack. Finally gets the footy away, and it eventually finds Noah Sala. Noah Sala in the centre of the field, pushing over that 20-metre line. 18 out from the Singleton line. It's Mac Daly looking for a drop footy, but no. Chapman, Peora. Back towards the centre of the field. He goes crossfield a little bit. One-handed ball off to Foreign. Foreign out there again finds out Semi-R. Semi-R again. That's a horrible ball.
And they've called the knock on.
Yeah, pushing the football too much there, Denman Devils. Just trying to get it away. Definitely was not a pass on. Should have taken that one to deck, I'd suggest.
22-12 on the ETB Industry scoreboard with 24 and a half minutes to go. Denman are just starting to push the ball maybe a bit far.
Maybe so. I'd suggest the two stalwarts. He's missing Bradley Schultz, who's in Zimbabwe. We should have got him a microphone so him and Ty could tic-tac off each other. Suggest Bradley. That's always one, and big Lukey Holtz on the sideline as we resume play with Mac Daly feeding that scrum and off to Hardy to Parnell up the centre of the field.
And he'll get tackled there on the 20-metre line for Singleton. Goes on to Hardy, who goes right. Gives it to Jack Smythe, who's come in for a bit of work. He's made a break. That's good extra metres there. They get him up to just before the 40-metre line. Jake Smith gets it out to Mac Daly. Gives it on to Williams. Another decent run by Williams. Gets him to the halfway line. Jake Smith on to Mac Daly. Goes short to Cody Landers. Good run there. First bump. Finds his front. Singleton plays it back to Smith. Gets it on to Mac Daly. Cuts out Ronnie Andrews. On to Jake Hardy. Gets it out to Wadsworth. Wadsworth hit hard there. Gets the offload. Goes to Jake Hardy. Comes in the middle. Cuts it out. Gets it to Landers.
We just need to settle that football down to the Greyhounds as they do.
Smith out of back to Hardy. Hardy goes. Puts a chip through. Straight down the throat of Semi-R, I believe.
Semi-R. And he's up over. He's out of one. Gets around Williams, which is a bit strange. It's that there on the outside, Daniel James.
Oh, and we have a little tussle down here. Jake Smith, hold your head, son. Hold your head. We've got a game of football on.
Hands up the
Luke Gardner.
Turnover to Gardner. Gardner at the centre of the field. We got a player down in backfield. I just didn't quite see what happened there from Daniel James. He put it on the slipper, did he, Brad?
No, the number 15 out here, Daniel James. Yeah, he put it on the slipper. I was looking there too, Matt. I didn't see what happened in back play.
Didn't quite see that one. I thought actually one of the single guys were taken out late. Yeah.
And Jake Smith is not happy,
Not happy about that from having a couple of words with Sukanavalu.
And the crowd up here in the box next is absolutely loving Jake Smith's commentary on the field. Yeah, thanks, Ty.
I think he's right in that statement too, Ty.
Yeah, yep. Anyhow, the updated score, no change to the score line. nearly 23 minutes, 22-12 Denman on the ETB Industry scoreboard.
Always good commentary in the in the Morgan's sponsors box today. A few of the characters around. So restarting play in the centre of the field with Lukey Gardner as we do there. So Smith, Hardy, Staffer pushing down that skinny side on the far side of the field. And he's good post contact meters and up over just on the 30-metre line.
Old's trying for the strip there. Gets up, plays it back to Jake Hardy, goes right, gives it to Ryan Andrews.
Steps
Peora shoots out
steps
there,
around Peora, and I tell you, that would have been a good shot, but he read it well, Ronnie Andrews.
Plays it back to Jake Smith. Landers with another run.
Noah Sala again shooting out of the line.
He's got his number there, I think. I think he wants him, Matt.
Again, it's a good solid tackle. Nothing wrong with that.
Smith cuts it out to Mac Daly. Goes for a run himself. Cuts back into Smith on a standstill. Gets it out to Gabe Staffer.
Desperate football from the Greyhounds.
They're on the 10-metre line, attacking here. Gets up, plays the ball, back to Smith. Gets it to Hardy. Puts a chip in. Straight down the throat of Semiar again.
Semiar, but he's off and Hardy finally gets him up around the legs and chicken scratches him to the deck with the Landers. Landers going for a one-on-one but doesn't quite get it. Foran looks to come to the open and he does. Just up over the 20-metre line for Denman. The Denman Devils. Reaches for the sky looking for a penalty. Doesn't quite get it. Foran right into Chapman. Chapman pushes himself up over the 30-metre line. Foran again comes in the open in Peora. Peora looks and Landers tries to, then he does hang on in. Well done, Cody Landers, with his feet on the deck. Mac Daly in there as well. Foran goes to the far side now. Miles up over the halfway line and into the Singleton Greyhounds territory. Looking for the last 45 metres out from the Singleton line, and Foran swings to the open side, puts it on the slipper. Deep kick and finds a bit of grass, and it bounces awkwardly for Parnell, but Parnell cleans it up in his round one. Round two in Foran.
Loses his feeding.
Just to the deck, and he does get taken about 18 metres out, centre of the field from his own line.
Castledon will come in here, plays the ball. Gives it on to Brendan Williams with a bit of space to wind up there.
Scrambles forward.
Gets hit around the feet there. Castledine onto Bo Parnell. Oh, and he's met hard there and slammed to the deck there by Semia, and it's a penalty.
That's Noah Sala.
Nuasala, sorry. I don't know there was much in that, Matt. He was met solid and then put on the back there.
I wouldn't have thought it was in a dangerous throw piece, but either way.
Jake Smith.
Not the way the referee said, and heads is the call from the big kick out.
With the touch finder getting us to the 40-metre on Denman side. Jack Smythe takes a quick tap. He's made it through. He's away.
But he doesn't. Charlie grabs hold of him. The one-on-one strip. One-on-one strip. Charlie, one-on-one strip on Smythe. He won't be happy with that. Foran at acting half. Semiar pushing towards that 40-metre line. He's 38 from his own line and Foran at acting half. Pushes right now.
And he's dropped that clean.
Dropped that
and that's played on.
Sala. Ryan Andrews, are we playing on? Yes, we are. We weren't real sure there. No call. Play to the whistle, they say, and Ryan Andrews
played back to Mac Daly. On to Jake Willis. He finds some easy metres there. 30 metres out from Denman's line. Gets up to play the ball. Looking short. Goes to Jake Smith. Back to Mac Daly. Brendan Williams with room to wind up again. Slow play the ball there. Back to Smith. On to Mac Daly. Gives it on to Jake Willis. He's been missed there by Nuasala.
Goes for the big jump.
10 metres. Just off the 10-metre line.
Come out, says Olds. They're looking to scramble left for the...
Smith's going by himself. He's got it out to Williams. Probably not the option there, but he's going to go himself.
I tell you, it's not a bad
one. And it's not a bad option, even if there is four blokes there. Anyhow, plays it back to Jake Smith. Long ball to Mac Daly. Steps two. Steps three. Gives it to Smith. Out to Jack Smythe. Jack Smythe by himself, and he's over! Jack Smythe to score!
He does get in there eventually. Well done, Jack Smythe.
What a passage of play by Mac Daly, and now we've got a bit of a scuffle happening here with Sukanavalu, not Tupu, the son of Tupu. I'll get it right eventually, Matt.
It's the same last name, mate. You can pronounce that. So, yeah, a good little recovery there from Jack Smythe. Nice little dance on the inside. He stood up one and stood up two and dances over the line. And great little try, Jack Smythe. 22-12 in the ETB industry scored at 18 minutes left in the game.
We're up to 16 there, Matt. They've just fixed up the scoreboard. 22-16.
Yeah, good stuff.
With 18 minutes to go on the ETB Industry scoreboard. That was a great passage of play by Mac Daly, stepping off his left foot there 3 times and gets it onto Smith with the out the back there.
Look again, if you looked at the play there, you'd swear that play was going to go to the open side in the left-hand side, Brad. Good eyes there from the Singleton team in Mac Daly. Span it back to the skinny side in Williams. Williams offload to Smythe, and Smythe been able to pick his way through that Denman Devils team.
Geez, he's made a fist of it on the wing.
He's going well,
coming in the first grade,
for a
hasn't
young
he?
bloke, I tell you.
Yep.
There's a few yeses and a few nos, but certainly he's holding his own out there on that sideline, mate. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely not looking out of place.
Mac Daly shapes up to slot the extras, and he does, and it's just to the right of the post. I'm talking there might be a coat of paint there separating that. 22-16 remaining on the ETB Industry scoreboard with 17 minutes in the game. This is a game of football, Bradley.
It's had it all so far in the first half and now into the halfway of the second half, hasn't it, Matt? With send-offs and bins. And
it certainly feels like we're just settling down to play football now instead of trying to beat each other up.
Luke Holt's down there yelling out words of encouragement.
Certainly isn't. I'm sure his other compadre in Time Miracle will join in any time soon.
Looking forward to it. Now, Olds to restart.
As he does.
Sends it long down the left. Luke Gardner takes a return. He's going to bring him back himself. Brings it through to the middle. And he's just coming out of the line, hasn't he?
He's been trying to put the big ones on, and he's come off a couple of times there.
A second effort there on Gardner.
Suganavalu, yeah, certainly was. And Gardner will stand up. There won't be yet.
Oh.
He's pointing at the referee and saying, "What the hell are you looking at?" And he's not real happy with it.
Coming. Oh.
Lukey Gardner's definitely copped a hit there, and he's not going well. He's got
anyhow. Jake Hardy gives it out to Wadsworth, who loses the ball there. Nuasala's ended up with that.
Nuasala will clean the footy up, and he'll be out just into the Singleton territory, 38 from the Singleton line. Chapman, I think that is. He goes for a bit of a scoot out of the acting half position. That might be Olds moving into the acting half there right now with Foran right behind him. Goes himself again, goes for a little bit of skid up the middle. Riney Andrews says, "No, you won't, son. You're coming down with me." Foran into the acting half. Comes to the open side. Looks for Miles. Miles wrapped up again.
Oh, Jake
no, he goes back to the right-hand side in Olds. Olds up to the 10-metre line. He's still going. But nah. We got round the legs there again. I think it's Stafford. Stafford manhandles him to the deck. "Come on," he says. "What are you doing? Get up and play the footy." Can't quite see who that fella is. It ends up with Foran Paola. Out of 1, out of 2. Coming back towards Riney Andrews. Riney hangs on, and he does. Paora, centre of the field, 8 metres out. Miles at the acting half. He probably pushed to the right to Foran. No, he doesn't. He comes left and cuts out 2. Charlie onto the, is that the 3?
Oh, Williams. No, and he scored.
We've got a jersey number of 3, but that should be Max Shepherdson, who wasn't supposed to be playing. But he scored. He certainly has. Big cutout ball. I'm not just trying to catch the footy, but Max Shepherdson was supposed to be in the 3. And it is a young fella. It may well be him. Over he goes, 26-16 on the ETB Industry scoreboard. 14 minutes left on the clock. And we've lost the internet connection again. We're reconnecting, and there we are. 14. So we missed that little bit with the internet dropping out there, unfortunately. We believe Max Shepherdson in the number 3 jerseys crossed right out wide on the western side of the field. Big long ball, big cutout ball. And 26-16 on the ETB Industry scoreboard. Oh, this internet's dropped out again. What's going on with that?
Singleton 16.
Not happening for us, Bradley. We've lost the connection. This little
No good.
doohickey here's not playing the game.
Liam Foran taking the kick for conversion here. From the sideline, right in front of the old dogs right down there too. There's going to be a lot of encouragement for Foran, who comes in, kicks it and absolutely shanks it, and he is getting the encouragement that was deserved of that kick. Anyhow, 26-16 with 13 minutes to go on the ETB industry scoreboard.
Shanked that call. Poor old forward, he certainly.
I'm sure he was told to compensate, that's for sure.
Again, we've just dropped out again. Unfortunately, anyway, Parnell, they'll take the restart deep, as it does, and Foran will get that semi-R. We'll take it, and then winds up with a head of steam, and he busts through that line, up over the 40, down, fell down. He might have...
Parnell's down there injured.
That hurt.
Oh, he's holding a knee there, Matt, too.
He went down very awkwardly, Parnell, as he went towards Semi-R.
Semi-R's holding his shin there too.
Yeah,
so
might have been a bit of a knock there, but certainly went down very, very awkwardly as he went to get that tackle. I don't think he actually even made too much of a contact with him. I think it might have been a shin on shin.
Yeah, or potentially a very, very hard cork or something of that along that ilk. Hopefully, anyway, if that's the best outcome.
Yeah, sure.
Time off there with 12 and a half minutes to go on the ETB industry scoreboard, 26-16.
Sure is.
Singleton's trainers out there doing I believe, a knee test. A stability test, I believe they call it, Matt.
Yeah, there is one you can do for that, depending on what it was. Knee.
Ty Merrick yelling out words of encouragement.
I thought you wanted me. Ty wanting to go on as a fullback there. I think Ty should just keep drinking beer.
Yeah, stick to the tins, Ty. Stick to the tins, mate.
He's on the tiles. That's where he is. Young Parnell.
He's at least got
help
help
to his feet, but that doesn't look good for him. It's certainly ginger at best.
And they're helping him off.
Yep.
Well, that was nice by was that Semi-R? Yes, it was Semi-R there. That was good sportsmanship if he was going to help him off there anyway, Matt. So congratulations.
Definitely, mate.
Must applaud him for that.
Absolutely.
That's a shame. Jared Castledine, who has played fullback before, will go back to fullback.
Absolutely, played fullback for a lot. And Matt Brock will come on to take that position, and Jared Castledine still extremely competent fullback back. Don't you worry about that.
Be interested to see now on the for the left wing who they're going to push out the left wing when the time comes. Anyway, back to the footy for you, Matt.
Thanks. Peora in the middle of a mouthful. Foran looks to the sky. Doesn't quite get it at Semi-R. Semi-R then winds up with a head of steam, but no luck there in Brock and Andrews. Foran looking for a quick play of the ball. He goes left. Comes left in Peora. Peora tries it again. Jakey Smith round the bootlaces here and a great tackle. Foran at acting half again. This time goes inside to Nuasala, outside I should say, Nuasala back towards the centre of the field. We feel like we're playing a bit of a channel set down the centre. Last tackle we look for, and Foran, Miles on the slipper. It's a Gary Owen. High Gary Owen. It'll test out Wadsworth, and Wadsworth comes up. No. Swings it back. That does come off a Denman player, and it's play on.
Castledine gives it back to Gabe Stafford. Dangerous move there. Gabe up the middle, though.
Gabe Stafford.
And hit hard by Nuasala.
Is it Nuasala again? It is. Man, he's everywhere, that dude.
Oh. Castledine taking a run up the middle. Gets it. Gets the offload to Matt Brock.
Had a shock.
He doesn't have this pace in his younger years, but anyhow, Castledine into acting half. Gives it to Mac Daly. On to Jake Willis, who runs over.
We believe Max Shepherd in the 3.
Max Shepherd, yes. Gets up. Plays it to Brendan Williams. Gets it on to Mac Daly.
Shepherdson, sorry.
Goes under to Ryan Andrews up the middle. With a slow play the ball. Jake Smith looking to the heavens there too. Gets it on to Jake Hardy. Gets it out to Matt Brock. This is better play here by Singleton. Jake Smith.
I think both sides are playing better footy in this half. Daly goes for a chip. That's a 6.
Down.
That should be a 6 to go.
More.
Which it does. Daly regains. He's off.
And he holds it there. There are 5 out. 5 out from the Denman line. They're going. They're going. Oh no, Jared Castledine goes himself.
Doesn't quite get there.
No, he doesn't get there. 1 metre out. Slow play the ball. Gets up, plays it to Jake Smith. He goes to the crash line for Luke Gardner.
He's
over. The old stager, Luke Gardner, to score under the post for Singleton, which brings the scoreline 26-20 on the ETB's industry scoreboard with 10 minutes to go.
Two oldest blokes on the field.
Thanks for that, Ty. Lets us know that it was the two old stagers that sorted that out for Singleton.
Well done, Rain Man. As we go, I think that sure they'll be looking for a quick turnaround here. Let's say less than 10 minutes left on the ETB industry scoreboard. 26-20 in favour of the Denman Devils. Good comeback there from Singleton Greyhounds. Certainly, Bradley, better football from both sides. Actually just concentrating on playing football.
Much better, Matt.
Which is always a good thing.
I forgot to say, when Jake Smith got the high, I got some feedback from someone saying, how did Jake Smith get a high tackle? He's 3 foot tall.
Yeah, that's correct.
Thanks to Reggie for that commentary.
He did jump.
Yeah. Anyhow, look, Mac Daly to convert the two. Hopefully it goes over here for him. And that was an easy kick from in front. That brings it to 26-22. 9 minutes to go on the ETB's industry scoreboard. We've got a game of football here now, Matt. They're actually both playing some football.
Yep, still a lot of passion, still a lot of gusto in the tuck as
Nuwasala has been absolutely everywhere trying to shot anything that moves.
Tomasi makes his way back to the football field, and Nick Coombs comes off for the Denman Devils. Restart from the centre of the field through Olds. Get back, he says. We don't want any stupid penalties. Wolfar, and down she goes. Replay of the last kickoff, except it hits with Jakey Smith and off on to Jake Willis.
We'll bring it back to the centre of the field. That's a good return there by Jake Willis. Gets us back to the 20-metre line. Plays it back. Quick play the ball to Jake Smith. Matt Brock missed and that's a penalty.
Offside.
Offside penalty there.
Nice quick play the ball. It's good ruck work from Singleton.
Jake Smith will take the kick for touch very quickly there.
He certainly does. Knows time is of the essence, and a good 20 or 30 metres up into the Denman Devils territory, 45 out.
And Gabe Stafford steaming onto it. Throws a hole and he's away. He's got one to beat.
He will.
And he's scored. Gabe Stafford off the quick tap. Steams onto it, finds the gap. Noah Sala there was coming back on side for that, Matt.
Semiar stood Semiar up out the back there, and he's pointed to the spot. Yeah, definitely picked the spot in Noah Sala trying to get back and ran straight for him. Great tactic from Gabe Stafford.
That was fantastic play there by Singleton. Off those back of those quick play the balls.
Yep, not wasting any. Right back from Jakey Smith taking the quick kick.
And that brings the scores level at 26-all with 7.5 minutes to go on the ETB's industry scoreboard, with the kick to come from Mac Daly about 20 metres in on the eastern side of the football field, Matt, would you say?
I think it'd be a bit further out than that, mate.
Right.
He was pretty wide. Either way, Mac Daly, not a whole lot of cross breeze. He doesn't have to fight too much headwind. Look, and I thought he's going to be close to that outside line, and he is. Bradley's fast building himself up a fan club here, Chick. He's been on here 2 weeks, and he's already got a follow. And what's going on with that? My God! Hail to the people down there, Bradley, as Mac Daly sets himself up, maybe 3 metres in from the eastern side, 20 metres out from the goal line. Steps back, looks to slot the extras, and we'll see how we go here as the clock continues to count down.
This is a big kick in the scheme of the game here, Matt.
Certainly is. It's high. Is it good enough? But it's just wide. Just across the mouth of the football. 26-all on the ETB industry scoreboard and 6:13 on the clock as Denman, certainly with a bit more vigour in their step, coming back to the restart, Brad, from their last one.
They'd want to lift here. Singleton's been going very well here in this back bit.
I think that Miles is going to take the restart there now.
Oh, geez.
Everyone back. And it is Miles, and he does keep it very deep.
Down to Jake Smith on the full. Gets it on to Jake Willis. Brings it back to the middle. And he's met hard there by Tomasi. That was a good tackle there. Good shot. Plays it back to Jake Smith. Gets it on to Ryan Andrews. Up over the 20. Met there by Miles, I believe it was, and Foran. Gets up. Goes left. Gives it on to Matt Brock, who comes back in. Oh, and that was Jake Smith asking for a high tackle. Anyway, quick play the ball. Gets on to Mac Daly. Gives it to Brendan Williams. Coming in for a look for some work there.
Does too. And Olds looking for a one-on-one strip on Olds, but Olds doesn't quite get it.
Gets him up to the 45.
Tomasi.
Plays it back to Jake Smith. Gets it on to Hardy. Gives it to Matt Brock. Wasn't expecting it, but anyway, catches it. Gets him up over the halfway. Into Denman's side of the field. 5 metres in Denman's side. Kicks.
Cheeky little kick out of Smith out of dummy half.
That's a good kick.
That's a good chase from Hardy.
Good chase by Hardy.
In-goal pass over there to Marcy. To Marcy, up over the 10, up over the 20. It's a shirt grab. It does it. Parnell stepped to Marcy. No, that's not. It's Semi-R. Semi up over the 20, up over the 30, into the 10. He's going with the far line. Smythe, no. It's a 100-metre try. 100-metre try from Semi-R. We're looking for the point to the ground, and it doesn't see that there won't be too much that won't make this score. Semi-R pointed to the deck. 100-metre try. Wow. How do you turn that around, Bradley?
That was, look, Jake Hardy, he had the idea. He had a good kick chase up there, but the right side of him in the defensive line, they just didn't come up good enough with him. And he even looked back and going, what are you doing, boys?
He stepped 2 or 3 times and got through that centre. I couldn't quite see who fell off, but 30-26 reads the ETB Industry scoreboard, and I'm going to say the Denman Devils won't be any hurry to take this kick. Certainly moving back a whole lot slower. Olds kicks the footy around. How can that turn around so quickly? Wow.
In the blink of an eye, just like that.
Blink of an eye. That's a 100-metre try, literally from the in-goal to in-goal.
And that's a very, very good individual effort there.
Yep. Semi-R.
By Semi-R.
I called him to Marcy to start off with, but it's certainly Semi-R.
He showed some toe there too.
Certainly big, good turn of speed. Step 2 or 3 are in the centre of the field.
This is a very big kick. They get this kick and it makes it very hard for Singleton to go past the draw here with 3 minutes left. But they've got a sniff. If they're good enough, they can get it done. But it'll be less. It'll probably be around the 2-minute mark by the time he kicks and they get back up. Make it very, very hard. They'll get 1 set, maybe a set and a half. Denman's just got to hold them out.
Olds. Very wide, maybe a metre in from the eastern side, 22 metres out from the Singleton line. He lines up, takes his time. Looks for his approach. Slots it. And I think that's going to be wide, as it is. Just across the mouth of the post there. Similar kick to Mac Daly. 30-26. ETB Industry scoreboard is showing with 2:17 on the clock in Singleton.
Parnell's come back on here, has he? Matt Parnell.
Parnell's back on. Must have been a stinger. Bit of a stinger.
They're going to go with. They're going to go short, Matt.
I'd say they are.
Oh, and up
yes,
they go.
Are. And they are.
Jack Smythe.
And Charlie. And
that's good defence. And
Smith
Smith
over the top. Smith
that's questionable by Jake Smith there, though.
He's going to say, yep.
Get up and play the ball, son.
4 and saying, keep it down, keep it down. There's Paora just jogs up over the 30-metre line.
If Denman are smarty, they won't do anything stupid. Just get through this set and kick along.
Run the set down into Marcy. To Marcy up over the 40 with 1:33 showing on the ETB Industry scoreboard. Slow to play the ball. Forward looks right in Olds. Olds down round 1. Round 2. Not quite out of the 3rd, and Hardy hangs on for dear life. Slow to play the ball again. Hardy over the top of him. Nah, he's saying with a cramp.
Call the time off. He needs to call the time off. If he's got an injury, call it off.
He certainly has with 1:11.
There we have it.
Left on the ETB Industry scoreboard. 30-26. Right down to the wire this one's going.
Absolutely, Matt. They're going to have to take every chance and throw the ball here if they get it back. It's been a good game of football once they settled down, Matt, hasn't it?
Good game of footy, mate. Like I said, halfway through the first half, they just need to settle down and play football. And the team that was going to settle down and do that first was the one that was going to come out on top. But I'd suggest that freakish little try from Semi-R was somewhat different than against the flow of play, you might say.
Yeah, that's fair to say. Oh, I've just looked down at our bench. By the looks of it, Blake Andrew must have failed his HIA, mate. He's out of the jersey now.
Certainly is.
Which is
resume play with Paora trying to truck it up through the middle with just going into less than a minute to play. Miles acting half. We go right to Foran. Foran cuts out one in Norsala. Norsala, the high kick.
Ronnie Andrews
cleans it up, and less than a minute to go. They may have 2 or 3 rucks to play
Here we go.
for the Greyhounds.
Parnell gets it on to Gabe Stafford.
Games have been won and lost in this time.
Absolutely. He's holding him down there. Ref's letting it go. Jake Smith gets it on to, goes out the back. Gets it on to Mac Daly. They're going to shift it here.
Shift wide.
Gets it on to Williams, but he catches it flat-footed. Met there by Foran and Charlie, I believe. Another slow play the ball there. Smith on to Mac Daly. Kicks over, chip over the top there, but no one's chasing, and Denman have it.
Yeah, Singleton will take that to the deck as the 10 seconds counts down.
And he'll just get up and slowly play it.
As they will, and James will probably finish that off, and there's no. The boys are still going. That's full time.
That potentially wasn't the play there, Matt,
Probably
to
not,
end the set. But anyhow,
Anyway,
look,
doesn't matter. That's the play the Greyhounds have come up with, and it's 30-26 in a cracking game of second half football, you'll call it. First half, not so much, but second half, 30-26 to the Denman Devils, running out winners at Pertec Park here today. Bradley, as always, great to have your company for the day, mate.
the pleasure's all mine, Matt. Thanks for having me back again. Hopefully we'll get another go at it again in the coming weeks.
You never know your luck, but great to see Chick back on board. And again, always a pleasure to work with such a pro, mate. Yeah, always. Look, she says yes, but she knows she's good. It's good, mate. Denman Devils 30-26 running out winners here at Pertec Park. We'll see us next week somewhere around the grounds.